God, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I don't know whether I'm laughing because it's just genuinely comedic, or I'm laughing because the way Vince McMahon came off is exactly how we talk about it every single week, exactly how they think of Charlotte Flair, and it played out right before our very eyes in the same way that we talk about it. Suspended Becky Lynch for 60 days, says it's not going to be Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. It's going to be Charlotte Flair against Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. He comes out, he stands side by side with Charlotte Flair, does Vince McMahon, and he tells Ronda Rousey, Ronda, you better get used to this sight. This is the way WrestleMania is going to end. And he personally endorses Charlotte Flair as the new Raw Women's Champion at the end of WrestleMania. Oh my God, man. Jesus Christ, I got fucking tears coming down my eyes, man. Oh, God. We waited 3 hours. We waited 3 hours for all of that. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know what to think, man. I really don't know what to think. We knew this was going to happen. Now, everybody's wondering, well, JD, she's suspended for 60 days. This is going to be 5 days past WrestleMania. Listen. WWE, it's either one of two things. And the first thing I'm going to mention is the fact that Becky Lynch might legitimately be hurt, and they're calling her to be suspended for 60 days because of a real-life injury. I do not think that is the case. I know that it's been reported she's not hurt, that this was an angle that took place at the Royal Rumble and WWE was playing it up. I received a phone call today from one of my guys, and he told me that Becky Lynch is legitimately hurt, but it's absolutely nothing that is going to keep her away from WrestleMania. Or the other thing is, WWE wants to make us sweat our balls off going into WrestleMania. Now, a lot of people were not happy with this knee injury, this angle, Becky Lynch suspended, then the McMahons invite her back the next week. You need clearance from a medical doctor. All this bullshit on tonight's Raw where she had to say, I'm sorry. I'm going to get into how fucking ridiculous all of that was in a second, but there's no way WWE is keeping this woman out of the WrestleMania main event. There's no way. There's no way. There's absolutely no way that they're keeping her out of the WrestleMania main event. If they do, this company should be fucking bombed from the sky, and WWE headquarters should never see the light of day ever again. I don't know. I'll tell you one thing, though. This definitely does make... Now, this is an angle I could get behind. You had the man come out himself, that fucking demented old fucking clown come out, and say himself, right, what Stephanie and Triple H did, and then they took it back. Listen, I'm the man here. Just like I'm the man here in the community. I'm the man here, says Vince McMahon. And he comes out and says, you've been a badass, you think you're bigger than the WWE. Who the fuck are you? Who are you? And he just changes everything because he can do that. It's his show. It's his WrestleMania. He could do whatever he wants. Suspended Becky Lynch for 60 days. This is a little bit more realistic, and I think, now we'll see where it goes. I don't want to give the WWE, a standing ovation for all this. We'll see where it goes. The benefit of the doubt does not exist with this fucking company. I never give them the benefit of the doubt because they always end up disappointing you anyway. This is a little bit more believable. As far as the storyline goes, that whole injury shit didn't really do anything for anybody. It was like fucking the appetizer to Vince McMahon's main course. Now, this is something that is legitimately going to keep us on the edge of our seat. And for the next 50 days or so that Becky Lynch is out, we're going to be wondering, where's Becky? How is WWE going to reintroduce Becky Lynch? Is she going to come for Ronda? Is she going to sabotage this match? Is she going to come for Ronda? Is she going to come for Charlotte? What's going to happen here? I'm getting texts all over the place. And Jesse, my friend Jesse, just texted me. He said, I just woke up. I know you're watching me, motherfucker. I just woke up. Do I need to go back and watch? I'm texting you live right now. Yes, in capital letters. Yes. Go back and watch. I gotta hear what you have to say. It's gonna keep us on the edge of our seat. WWE needed something to grab everybody's attention during WrestleMania season. Rollins and Lesnar is not gonna do it. They're not. I don't care. WWE doesn't have anybody else on the roster, on the WrestleMania card, that is going to deliver like a Becky Lynch and a Ronda Rousey. This is the storyline that they've put all of their effort into. This is the one that they need to put all of their remaining effort into going into WrestleMania. WrestleMania doesn't feel like WrestleMania. I feel like we're in that midsummer lull right before WrestleMania. It doesn't feel like WrestleMania season. Not at all. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing. These shows have gotten worse and worse and worse ever since they claimed there was going to be a new era. They need to do something. This does not feel like WrestleMania season. This does not feel like a WrestleMania that any one of us should care about. They need to do this. We will evaluate this in the weeks to come. I am for this. I listen, I was hoping that it wasn't. Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey made every fucking case in the book. I gave you every possible logistic as to why Charlotte Flair was not needed. But the way WWE came out tonight and corporate Charlotte is being endorsed by Vince McMahon, I'm sorry, I can't shit all over that. I can't shit all over that. And remember the benefit of the doubt, in which I never give WWE the benefit of the doubt. For the first time in a very long time, I can't even remember when I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I am going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to hope that they make the right decision here and Becky Lynch gets added to this thing. I told you already, I did not mind if Charlotte Flair was added to the WrestleMania main event. I did not mind. I gave you every reason why it didn't need to be that way, but at the end of it all, I even said it when I gave you every reason. I would not mind if Charlotte gets added there. In fact, I actually anticipate it happening. It happened tonight. This was needed, folks. This was needed. You know, Raw was terrible. Raw was god-awful. I don't know who the fuck says this show is good or finds any positive with this show outside the ending. And the tag team title match. I don't know, man. You need to be checked out. You need to be admitted into the Ambrose Asylum. And then you need to be shipped off to AEW so they can clear your fucking soul. You know? But this needed to happen, man. Becky and the knee injury just wasn't working. They added Charlotte in the most stereotypical yet fucking most fantastic way possible. This is exactly what we talk about with Charlotte Flair. She is the female Roman Reigns. She is corporate Charlotte. She's their golden child. There's no better way to book her than to have the man himself, Vince McMahon, Vince Rewrite McMahon, endorse Charlotte Flair. I love it. I love it. We're going to give them the benefit of the doubt here to add Becky Lynch. And now it's anybody's game. Fantasy book. Go ahead. This is great. Fantasy book how you would bring Becky Lynch back to WWE and, I guess, avenge this unfortunate circumstance. She won the Royal Rumble. Now, she might not have been advertised for the Royal Rumble, but she won the Royal Rumble. They need to have that woman in the main event of WrestleMania. I'm sorry, I will not sit here and just throw that away. Becky Lynch is needed in the main event of WrestleMania. It cannot just be Charlotte Flair. We'll see what happens, man. But I thought that was great. I laughed my fucking ass off, man. Laughed my ass off. So much so that I walked from my living room all the way to my office, and I couldn't stop laughing. Could not stop laughing. This is your Monday Night Raw review for tonight's show, man. Thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. I am JD. If you guys need to find some entertainment on your Monday nights, early Tuesday mornings, I'm going to tell you this right now. Okay, I'm going to go over whatever I uploaded. I'm going to tell you what's to come tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you what's going on right now as I'm recording this live, okay? House of Glory had their February show on Saturday night, this past Saturday night, Recapture the Glory, okay? LAX, probably the best tag team in the entire world right now. They were scheduled to go 2-on-2 and defend the House of Glory tag team titles against LAX and Rey Fenix, the Lucha Bros. Rey Fenix was unfortunately hurt in an accident that is going to keep him out a couple of weeks. Thank God it's not too serious, but he did not make the New York show for House of Glory. Pentagon Jr. was without a tag team partner. My boy Sami Callihan steps in. He agrees, even though they fucking hate each other, he agrees to step up to the plate and put differences aside for tag team gold. That match, yes, Sami Callihan and Lucha fucking legend right now. Everybody wants this motherfucker. Pentagon Jr. is on House of Glory's YouTube channel. Tag team. Pentagon and Sami Callihan on the same team against LAX for the House of Glory tag team titles. Sella Monster and myself on commentary. Go check that shit out. I'm going to leave you guys a link right in the annotation that you see in the top right corner. If you aren't over there giving that shit a fucking thumbs up and leaving a positive comment, I'm going to fucking beat your asses. That match was fucking unbelievable. 25 minutes of sheer chaos. I need you guys to go and check that out and leave a positive fucking response in the comment section. Leave that thumbs up over there, man. Also, what I got planned for tomorrow is Grimm's Toy Show was apparently missing. Someone kidnapped him and held him hostage. Apparently, he was missing for 3 days. I was legitimately fucking concerned. The man didn't upload for 3 days. This is a guy that I've been watching and paying attention to and communicating with ever since I've joined the YWC. The fact that I seen him go 3 days without uploading was a little different. Something felt off. So tomorrow, you guys are wondering what happened to Grimm's Toy Show. I have exclusive footage that no one else has. And we're going to do a special off the script tomorrow afternoon revealing this whole Grimm's Toy Show gone missing angle. Okay? So I got all of this planned for tomorrow. You guys got to check that out. And we got videos that you might have missed. Yes, look at that. Resident Evil 2, man. I got my eye on you, baby girl. That looks better than Paige does. Absolutely. William fucking Birkin. Jesus Christ, man. I had so much reserved ammo saved up for this clown. I had nothing after the boss fight was over. So if you guys want to see my frustration on that, go and check it out. And then, today, in the afternoon, I uploaded an off-the-script extra. I got All Elite Wrestling's 2019 schedule leaked. Exclusive news that you didn't hear anywhere else except the guys over at Wrestle Talk. And the TV deal in place. I know what the TV deal is. And plans for a sequel to All In. And it's going to be called All Out. So go and check all that stuff out. Plus, I got details on Kenny Omega's contract that you're not going to want to miss, man. All that stuff immediately for your viewing pleasure right here on the channel. Make sure you guys go follow me on social media at JD from NY206. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, man. And if you do, Becky Lynch might end up in the WrestleMania main event. So please do so. Follow me on Twitter, like I said, at JD from NY206. Also on Instagram. Same thing, JD from NY206. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch, JD from New York. I've been practicing some Apex Legends, bro. So I might be bringing that to Twitch sometime this week. And then Patreon, patreon.com/JD from NY206. Also, if you guys want to go get the new t-shirt, man, we are absolutely slaying it right now. Like Eric Bugenhagen on NXT playing the fucking air guitar and air drums, man. We're killing it. We're killing it. JD's Elite right now, off the script, the official merchandise on bonfire.com. This is available for the rest of the month. Go and get your shirt today. If not, if you ain't wearing this in Las Vegas when I go out there for Double or Nothing, man, I'm going to slap you motherfuckers right across the face. And then I'm going to serve you a Guinness because I love you all. So make sure you guys go and get that bonfire.com. Link will be down in the description down below. Let's talk about this fucking horrendous Monday Night Raw, man. First of all, the entire Monday Night Raw tonight was built around this Becky Lynch storyline. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I am going to go over again how much I thought the ending really, really made a lot of sense, and it's actually exciting. The entire show was built on Becky Lynch apologizing to Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Now, she beat the shit out of Stephanie McMahon last week. She got suspended. She shows up to SmackDown Live because Triple H wants her there, and she slaps Triple H, and his nose is sideways. I'm joking. She slapped the shit out of Triple H. Now, she was suspended. Becky Lynch is invited back by the McMahons, by Stephanie and Triple H, to Monday Night Raw. Okay? People were making an issue. Well, she was suspended. Why did she come down with the theme music? She was an invited guest of the McMahon family. So I didn't really mind that too much. What I do mind is that WWE has Alzheimer's, and they suspended this woman and then went right back to unsuspending her and invited her back to Monday Night Raw. Now, the entire thing was, this is the biggest match in WrestleMania history. Becky's like, this is my spot. I don't trust you. Nobody's going to take this away from me. I'm not apologizing. If I could do it again, I would. Whatever. So, Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, they say, okay, Becky, we're going to give you the WrestleMania main event. It's yours. You deserve it. You've worked your ass off. But. They're about to leave the ring, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, and they walk back to Becky Lynch, and they pretty much let her on. But there's one thing you gotta do. Now, I thought it was going to be a match of some sort, prove yourself. WWE could have went into a bunch of different things, right? WWE could have actually brought up the fact that Becky Lynch was not even an active fucking member of the Royal Rumble, that she just threw herself in there. WWE could have brought up the fact that fucking Fit Finlay allowed Becky Lynch to be in the Royal Rumble when he indeed does not have the authoritative power to do that. They could have did or said anything. Now, they take the most dumbest fucking thing and make it into a 3-hour-long storyline. And we have to sit through 3 hours of mindless garbage just to see Becky Lynch say 2 words. All they wanted Becky Lynch to say was, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for a lot of fucking things. I'm sorry I wasted my fucking life watching this fucking hideous garbage. I could have been playing Resident Evil. I'm sorry that I didn't do the dishes during Monday Night Raw because I thought we were going to get a good show. I'm sorry that I am even watching WWE at this point. I'm sorry to all the salty motherfuckers out there that aren't on the AEW bandwagon yet. There's a few things I'm sorry for, but Becky Lynch, all she had to do was say, I'm sorry. People, do you know how utterly ridiculous that sounds? That is utterly fucking ridiculous. They want Becky Lynch to say, I'm sorry. Fine. Fine. She slapped her boss and she beat the shit out of her boss's wife. But the simple fact that they put this cloud over Becky Lynch's head and made it seem like it was the most difficult fucking decision of this woman's life is absolutely atrocious. It is absolutely atrocious. Now, the way I'm thinking is, well, I would have said I'm sorry right then and there if the only thing was that. Obviously, this led to Charlotte Flair at the end of the show, but we had to wait 3 hours to get there. If I am Becky Lynch and I'm in the ring with both of these clowns, I am saying I'm sorry. Why would I disappoint everybody who's been on my side since November wanting to see this match? Why would I just willingly jeopardize that because I don't want to say I'm sorry? Doesn't make any fucking sense to me. This is mindless creative writing. Mindless. I don't understand who pieced together this 3-hour-long story. This reeks of rewrite. This reeks of someone who doesn't know what the fuck they want to do. And the story today is that the entire Elimination Chamber pay-per-view had to be rewritten because Vince McMahon doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And if the Elimination Chamber needs to be rewritten a week before we get to Sunday, then what the fuck does that mean for WrestleMania? They don't even know. If they don't know what's happening at the Elimination Chamber, which is going to have a direct effect on WrestleMania, then they don't know what's happening at WrestleMania either. It's sad. It's quite sad. Becky Lynch, all she had to do was say, I'm sorry. You know, wow, what an easy decision that would be. What do? Do I let down millions across the globe who've been wanting to see this match? Do I make myself look like a blithering fucking idiot after all the shit talking I said and did on Twitter? Right? Am I not going to say I'm sorry? Come on, WWE. You have to get with the... You know what? There was a fucking issue out. There was a report out on one of the dirt sheets. I don't know if it was Meltzer or I don't know if it was one of these fucking other ones. There was a report that WWE had a shareholders meeting or a conference call, quarterly meeting, whatever, talking about their financials. Ratings are down, live attendance is down, overall fan interest is at an all-time low. WWE getting desperate right now with AEW and the AEW effect. Double or Nothing sold out in about 30 seconds today. Yeah, right there. There's no AEW effect though, right? There was a report out saying, well, if Vince McMahon was to step down, or if he was to go away, or if he took a little less of a prioritizing role, or if he unfortunately passed away, death, right? The company would be lost. All of the creative genius that is Monday Night Raw and the WWE product would not be able to survive without Vince McMahon. The WWE would be in trouble without Vince McMahon. This, what you watched tonight, was a product of Vince McMahon. If he went away, can you foresee this shit getting any worse than it was tonight? If Vince McMahon was to die tomorrow, I think the WWE would be better off for it. Now, they might take a hit financially. Their stock might plummet, a little bit if Vince McMahon went away, but who's to say it won't go back up? What goes down must come up. I don't understand the logic there. My God, Monday Night Raw would be terrible without Vince McMahon. Whatever will we do? How will we write these shows? Give me a fucking break. I got people in my inner circle, me included, who write better fucking garbage in our sleep than this fucking demented clown. This storyline throughout the entire show was complete garbage. Absolute garbage. There's Jesse. I see you, motherfucker. I see you. Anyway, he says, wow. He says, wow. Anyway, man, where was I? This show was really fucking terrible outside this entire Becky Lynch thing. Then the whole storyline of the show was, her contemplating saying she's sorry. She's got Finn Balor coming up to her, giving her positive thoughts. She's got, I don't know, maybe a fucking cameraman or someone in Titus Catering who's a VIP. I think it was Dana Brooke. Tonight she was serving mashed potatoes, lightly buttered with some fucking chives. So maybe some bacon bits, I don't know. I don't have that in my fucking detailed report of what was being served tonight. Alexa Bliss comes over and starts acting like a two-faced snake. And then Becky Lynch throws it right back at her. She didn't need these people to talk to and give her a thought. The answer is simple. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. There was no other answer besides yes. And we had to wait 3 hours for this nauseating, mindless fucking atrocity. Oh my God, what is he saying? There's our answer. Charlotte was officially just put in the Wrestlemania main event. There you go. You heard it from the man himself. Anyway, that was the open of the show. And we bled right into Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Nia Jax and Tamina Snuka versus Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan. A three-way dance tag team. And the winner of this match, I believe, or was it the winner gets the number 6 spot, the loser gets the number 1 spot, and then tomorrow night on SmackDown Live, there's going to be a match to determine who is pretty much the number 1 spot too. The number 2 spot, which is just like the number 1 spot. Wow, go figure. Go figure. The best wrestlers in the entire match going in at number 1. The worst going in at number 6. Color me fucking stupid. We didn't see that one coming. Tamina and Nia Jax are fucking terrible. I'm sorry. They are fucking terrible. Do you look when Tamina jumps off the top rope? Do you look when she does her homage to Superfly? Superfly is probably rolling over in his grave, watching his daughter do a Superfly splash. I could do a better Superfly splash. She looks like she doesn't even belong in a wrestling ring. And they're calling themselves the Samoan Slaughterhouse. The Samoan Slaughterhouse? Is that a take on your finest eateries? What the fuck does that mean? Slaughterhouse. Do you like your steak medium well? Medium? Rare? I'll take mine medium. Please. Put some A1 sauce on the fucking table. Give me a nice dash of salt and pepper. Some mashed potatoes, please. Preferably sweet potato, if you don't have it. And a nice Guinness. Nice and cold. And make sure the fucking glass is cold. Frozen. You fucking clowns. Who cares? Seriously, who cares? The women's tag team titles, and I mean this wholeheartedly, I mean this from the bottom of my fucking soul. The tag team titles, the women's tag team titles, are absolutely fucking worthless. Worthless. This gold coin that I was gifted in Orlando by Jakari, it says 0 fucks, and it's got a middle finger. Let me turn on my fucking camera so I know what I'm showing you guys. It's got a middle fucking finger. You see it there? And it says 0 fucks. This ain't worth a fucking dime. Okay? I love it because I give 0 fucks about what I do and what I say in the community, and I trigger people to a point where they're on strings. So it must be fucking valuable to me, but this coin is worth more than those tag team titles. I love it. I love it. The tag team titles for the women's division on Monday Night Raw are absolutely fucking worthless. They have ruined them from step one. Right from the gate, when Alexa Bliss pulled that sheet off those titles, boom, they lost fucking credibility. They lost credit. They lost value. Like you're driving a fucking car, a brand new car off the fucking lot. Boom. Lost its value immediately. These tag team titles have been fucking ruined. You got teams on Monday Night Raw that aren't worth a fucking dime. You got teams on SmackDown Live that are just throwing their names in the fucking hat, right? Even Ronda Rousey had she was on her YouTube channel or her vlogging channel and mentioned this. Why are some teams qualifying and the other teams are not? WWE's booking doesn't make any sense. This is coming from a woman who's in the WrestleMania Main Event in New Jersey. I don't understand this shit. Yet I'm supposed to care about a women's tag team fucking title. Now I'm going to make a bold prediction. We'll talk about this on Off the Script this weekend. I'm making a bold prediction. I don't think Sasha and Bayley win the tag team titles. Because I honestly don't know who the fuck they're going to go up against at WrestleMania. It could be Trish and Lita to give that title some sparkle and some importance. But shouldn't you be using your main roster talent and not dipping into the Legends cookie jar for that? I would have been okay with that if they did a tournament for these women's titles, for these women's tag team titles, and the last two teams were Trish and Lita and Sasha and Bayley. But if they're just going to come out of nowhere after being away, when were they last on television? During Evolution and then that Monday Night Raw after Evolution? If that was the last time we seen them, what gives them any right to come back and challenge for the fucking tag team titles? None. Absolutely zero. That's the only way I would have been okay with that match. Now, unfortunately, I'm going with Tamina and Nia Jax winning it because this is WWE after all. And for some odd reason, Nia Jax seems to be getting rewarded for her miserable fucking Monday Night Raw role and the lack of her wrestling ability. If it was up to me, I'd give the tag team titles to Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, to be honest with you. And I would have Mandy and Sonya versus the team of Sasha Banks and Bayley at WrestleMania. No, scratch that. You know what I would do? These tag team titles will be worthless. Worthless! Unless we start getting matches like Sasha and Bayley versus the Sky Pirates, EO, and Kairi Sane. Those are the types of tag team matches we need to see. Nia Jax and Tamina ain't gonna do it. The Riot Squad ain't gonna do it. The Iconics are not gonna do it. Give me a fucking break. This would be a culmination of our 14 years. Really? I wish I could erase the 14 fucking years to a point where you haven't become a professional wrestler. Because what the fuck have you done? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Maybe you should find a new line of work. These titles are fucking useless. Sasha Banks and Bayley lose. Go figure. Sasha Banks was pulled out. I don't know what they're doing. I think Sasha Banks is legitimately hurt. They haven't cleared her for in-ring competition yet. Well, time is ticking, honey. What's going on there? You gonna clear this woman or not? You got 6 days before the Chamber. At this point, I'd rather them not even clear her. Because I don't think they're winning the titles anyway. Nia Jax and Tamina Snuka win. Jax tags in. Nails a Samoan drop on Bayley, who looked like a fucking mock Bob Sparkplug Holly. I can't even fucking talk tonight. Bob Sparkplug Holly, Sparky Plug, back from 1995 with her fucking outfit. Nia Jax and Tamina Snuka win. Who the fuck cares? Elias is in the ring, and he gets cut off. All I hear is, in the darkness of the arena, "Hello, my name is Elias." And then they go to a Seth Rollins fucking commercial. They go to a Seth Rollins promo package with Elias in the ring after he gave his introduction. So we gotta sit through this mindless Seth Rollins bullshit. And then they go back to the ring. Elias is there. "Hello, my name is Elias." And then they go to commercial. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And then we get back from commercial. "Hello, my name is Elias," for a third time. And out come these 3 fucking clowns, these masked clowns, in Lince Dorado, Kalisto, and Gran Metalik, the Lucha Clown Party, and they're waving around their fucking, whatever the fuck that thing is called, and they got the piñata, and Elias is being buried, and I hear the fucking shovel going into the dirt, and I hear the dirt being thrown on the casket. This is what I hear every time I see someone interrupt Elias. What's going on? Is this supposed to be funny or entertaining anymore? Elias, believe it or not, believe it or not, and I know you guys agree with me, Elias may not be the best wrestler in the world, but at least he's fucking entertaining and has a character that we could legitimately invest our time in. Elias may be one of the worst wrestlers on Monday Night Raw. Elias had his best match with Seth Rollins because it's Seth Rollins. Everybody else he's been in the ring with has just been a fucking misery. But Elias had something that a lot of people did not have, and that was a genuine connection with the audience, and he got over organically. Now, I don't know what is going on here, but WWE took something that they showed us that they were invested in. The guy did everything he could to play the fucking role, get over, add his own spin to it. We heard that he wasn't really scripted as far as promos go. They gave him a little bit of leniency out there. He felt liberated out there. He didn't have to follow a script. Bullet point A, B, C, D, and you hit those, boom, there's your promo. Elias had a little bit more freedom. He got over organically. He worked with the character. And here we are, and WWE had that organically built up and absolutely fucking ruined it. And we're looking at it now, here, on this show, February 11th, 2019, and I'm wondering why and when Elias turned back into a heel. Now, the reason why they turned Elias into a heel is because there is no reason. WWE realized that they fucked up. WWE realized they fucked up. You see, the Roman Reigns agenda is still being felt now. It's still being felt now. When Roman was the Universal Champion, and I get shivers every time I say that, Braun Strowman was forced to turn heel because Roman didn't have anybody else to feud with. So, right there, you were already making a mistake. You're making him the champion, yet you got nobody that you want to feud him with. So why the fuck did you make him the champion? So Braun Strowman had to take the bullet, and he had to go from an organic babyface to a fucking forced heel. So they needed a babyface on the roster. In comes Elias. We'll take heel Elias and make him into a babyface. Like they're fucking moving him over from the factory, you know? And that was why they turned Elias into a babyface. So now Braun Strowman's back to being a face, and they're taking that heel Elias, right, that we had. They moved him to babyface, and now they got babyface Elias, and then they got to move him back over to a heel. They don't know what the fuck they want to do. And all this flip-flopping back and forth, this uncertainty. They're playing a character one week and a different character the next. One week he's for the fans, next week he's shitting on the fans. Who cares? And Elias should have been an Intercontinental Champion already. There was talk of people actually in the community were talking about this guy being a WWE Champion. And now here we are, and this guy is scraping the bottom of the fucking barrel on Monday Night Raw with the fucking Lucha House Party. Yeah, Elias has got a great fucking future. Maybe Cody should fucking call him, and Elias should play Cody a nice tune over Skype. Just wiggling himself into a fucking AEW contract. Hey, Cody, can I sing my way into a contract? Please. You know, I'll give you fucking lyrical credit on the fucking thing. Ridiculous. Who cares about Elias? Jeff Jarrett, Road Dogg, and now he's got fucking 3 Mexican clowns that he's feuding with for absolutely no fucking reason. Complete filler. Complete filler. This is not funny. This was not entertaining. I didn't laugh. I didn't smile. I was not entertained in any which way. In any way whatsoever. So, he wants to know what the fuck they're doing out there. Lindsay Dorado's got the microphone. I don't even remember what he said. You got Gran Metalik shaking his head like a fucking idiot. Si, senor, I sing. Or something along those lines. And then Kalisto takes the microphone and he plays guitar. He plays the guitar. Elias gives him the seat. And he's strumming some fucking chords like a 4th grader. And Elias is like, oh, you did pretty well. You impressed me here, right? There you go. Gimmick infringement. Someone else can do the gimmick just as good as you, right? Kalisto was terrible, by the way. So Elias is like, well, Do you mind singing a duet with me? Do you want to share the stage with Elias? So he goes over to grab his guitar. Kalisto, like a fucking dumb idiot babyface, is sitting there. Do they got the carne asada, or do they got the chicken in Titus Catering tonight? And Elias goes over there, grabs the guitar, he smashes Kalisto in the back of the fucking head with the guitar, he walks away. I wasted 12 minutes of my life watching this segment. This is WrestleMania season, folks. This is WrestleMania season. Buckle up. It's going to get worse. Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. Man, as Drew McIntyre if Drew McIntyre was up here towards the third quarter of 2018, the guy is slowly declining in fan interest. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know what the fuck they are doing. This guy came in like an army of fucking storms. And this guy is absolutely wasting away. He is suffering from the Monday Night Raw effect. And they better right this ship. They better right this ship with Drew McIntyre, man. I don't know what the fuck they got this guy doing, being associated with Baron fucking Corbin and Bobby Trashley. By the way, you know, the reason why R-Truth and Bobby Lashley are respective champions on both of their brands, and I mean this in no way possible, this is just WWE's fucked up mentality, is because it's Black History Month. Just throwing that out there. That's the only reason why they're champions. It's not because Bobby Lashley is some great fucking athlete. Not because Bobby Lashley all of a sudden just was bestowed a push. Or R-Truth was bestowed a push. It's because it's Black History Month. There you go. Watch some fucking idiot in the comments. Oh, JD is making racist comments. You want the truth? Or do you want some fucking fairy who's going to dance around the topic? What do you want? Go watch them. I don't fucking need you here. Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. Finn Balor wins by DQ. Why is that? Because Lio Rush and Bobby Lashley on the outside interfered in the match. Balor knocks Rush back to the floor off the apron at Lashley. Balor goes to work on Drew in the ring. Balor unloads, goes for the coup de grace, but Lashley puts his hands on him, sends him down, and Balor wins by DQ. After the bell, Angle runs out. He runs down to the ring, and I'm thinking to myself, this is the third week in a fucking row. I got Kurt Angle on my fucking TV. The guy can't even run down the ramp correctly. And I don't believe that. This is WrestleMania season, and we got fucking Kurt Angle on Monday Night Raw again. So he makes the save, and Baron Corbin comes out, and Lashley's out there with Lio Rush. And Balor and Angle are being beat down by the heels. Here comes Braun Strowman. He saves the day. So what does WWE do? It goes from a Balor-McIntyre match, which could be a solid pay-per-view match if you give those guys the time. It goes from a one-on-one match to a six-man tag. Somewhere Teddy Long is fucking doing the shuffle. You know? Absolutely mindless garbage was Monday Night Raw. Now, the main event of last week's show, a main event I did not watch, was Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre versus Braun Strowman and Kurt Angle. So they take that horrendous main event and rehash it here, only by adding Balor and Lashley. The IC title match at the Elimination Chamber. Some creativity you got on Monday Night Raw there, Vince. Real great. What are we ever going to do without Vince McMahon on Monday Night Raw? Man! Is Raw gonna be in the shithole? Who won this match? I was lucky if I watched 30 seconds of this match. All I watched was the coup de grace at the end. So, after that, we had a coup de grace from Balor. He pins Lashley. They win. The babyfaces win. And he pins the Intercontinental Champion. Who the fuck cares? Seriously, who the fuck cares? Anyway, moving on from that. By the way, the Intercontinental title match at the Elimination Chamber is a 2-on-1 match with Lio Rush and Bobby Lashley. I think we should all honestly be thanking WWE for putting Lio Rush in the match, because a match with Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley does absolutely nothing. I would rather see Lio Rush versus Finn Balor for the IC title than Bobby Lashley. So that was that. Kevin Owens is coming back. Kevin Owens gives an update on his recovery. He says he's 1 month away from coming back. He looks thinner. He looks happier. He looks healthy. He'll look happy until he gets the call to come back to Monday Night Raw, and then that deep, dark depression will sink in again. He lost a lot of weight. He looks great. And I can't wait to see what Kevin Owens does. I don't know when he's coming back, where he's coming back. He said it himself. I don't know if the McMahons are going to put me on Raw or SmackDown, but I'm 1 month away, and the Kevin Owens show is returning. He was shown with his family. He's been watching Raw and SmackDown, and he gets upset because he's watching people in the company do what he loves to do, but not at the same level that he could do it. So he's there with his family. They're bowling, and Kevin Owens then throws a gutter ball, and it closes the sequence. I'd rather watch Kevin Owens bowl for 3 straight hours than watch fucking Monday Night Raw. In fact, I'd rather watch Kevin Owens throw 3 straight hours of gutter balls than watch Monday Night Raw. Ruby Riott versus Nikki Cross. This is another creative blunder that I don't know why WWE went ahead and did tonight. Ruby Riott versus Nikki Cross. Ruby Riott gets the win here. Oh, Alicia Fox wasn't on the payroll tonight. Dana Brooke, she couldn't put the spoon down, and Titus's chocolate pudding for 1 second to go out there and do a job to Ruby Riott. Why did it have to be Nikki Cross? And didn't you book Nikki Cross as a heel in a tag team qualifying match that meant nothing with Alicia Fox against Sasha and Bayley just a week ago? Now Nikki Cross is back to being a babyface. Is this what I'm understanding here? I don't get it. Those two aspects of it just make me want to fucking pull my hair out. Heel 1 week, babyface the other, and she loses for no reason. Instead of giving us a Ruby Riott versus Nikki Cross feud when it actually fucking matters, now you want to bury Nikki Cross en route to Ruby Riott and Ronda Rousey at the Elimination Chamber, a match that Ruby Riott has negative 50% chance of winning. I don't understand it. You couldn't give Ruby Riott a squash against a local enhancement talent. Somebody. You could have pulled someone from the fucking line at Chipotle. You could have pulled some fat fucking slob who's ordering 6 fucking fajita bowls. Unfucking real. I don't understand it. This is WWE. What the fuck is there to understand? Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is in the ring. Takes the microphone. Rollins says yes, Rollins was here. He was in jeans. He is legitimately injured. But according to the WWE superstars, they don't like that being reported for whatever reason. Rollins says he was going to come out and talks about the WrestleMania match with Lesnar, but he got a chance to see that highlight reel that aired earlier that interrupted Elias, of all fucking things. This was a theme on the show tonight. Whether it's a picture-in-picture promo interrupting a match, or if it was a highlight reel interrupting a segment. Let's get superstars over by interrupting their fucking segments on Monday Night Raw. Rollins says that this past year has been crazy, and he was glad to share it with the fans. This is the year where he finally felt like Seth fucking Rollins. No, he didn't say that. I wish he did. Rollins says he rode that wave, and it was all the way to punching his ticket to WrestleMania 35 by winning the Royal Rumble, his lifelong dream. He was on the top of the world, and the next night the bottom fell out in the form of Lesnar and 6 F5s. Rollins says he took some time off, went home, he's in pain, maybe from recent wear and tear on a career of it. Rollins says the pain he felt from 6 F5s was unlike anything he's ever experienced. So we're comparing 6 F5s to the blown knee in that spot overseas in England when you tried to do a sunset flip on fucking Kane off the second turnbuckle. It was more excruciating than that instance of your career, right? This is what you're trying to explain to me. I don't buy it, Mr. Rollins. So when you script shit like that into the promo, it makes you sound like a fucking idiot. Or WWE makes their talent sound like a bunch of fucking idiots, man. The guy was out 9 months and missed WrestleMania. This was more painful than that. Jesus fucking Christ. And then you want to know why I shit on WWE. Oh, JD, why are you so negative, man? Open your fucking eyes. What are you watching? It's 2019. Or did you mistakenly turn on the WWE Network in February of 1999? Anyway. He's there standing. And after the 6 F5s, he's standing. And if he can stand, he can fight. And if he can fight, he can stomp. And if he can stomp, he's going to beat Lesnar. Rollins says he had friends and family. Or he has friends and family if it's really worth it. Rollins says if WrestleMania is the last match of his career, if it's the last time he steps into the ring, and out comes Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman introduces himself to everybody. He goes on to introduce Lesnar and says, Lesnar is not here. Rollins says, of course he's not here. What's new? What's new, Rollins says. Heyman says, ignorance is bliss. And he's here to educate Rollins tonight. Heyman says Rollins is pontificating. There's a word for you. Pontificating off the idea that all men are created equal. But they are not. Just like everybody thinks that I am a few others in the community's equal. No, motherfucker. I'm here, and all those other Marty Jannettis are over here. Anyway, Heyman asks Rollins if he believes his DNA matches the DNA of Lesnar. Heyman calls Rollins a great athlete, a top-tier performer, a WrestleMania main eventer, and possibly the best Heyman has ever seen. But Lesnar is a beast, a predator, and a career killer. Well, listen, Heyman, you forgot one thing there. A career killer is not Brock Lesnar. A career killer is being associated with Monday Night Raw. Lesnar is not a career killer. A merciless sadist with an unprecedented soul, or unrepentant soul, I'm sorry. Heyman says if Rollins goes into WrestleMania with the mindset of this possibly being his last match, that's a suicide mission. Heyman says if Rollins tries to take the title from Lesnar, Rollins will be the architect of his own demise. And that is not a prediction, that is a spoiler. Rollins says Heyman is correct, but he doesn't understand how Rollins doesn't care. Rollins says Heyman has held this industry that he loves as a hostage for 2 long years, and Rollins won't stand for it anymore. That was the best part of the whole thing, because that's actually legitimate truth. Rollins doesn't care if WrestleMania is a suicide mission because he will be that martyr. Rollins says he will sacrifice his body, he will sell his soul to the devil, and burn in hell if it means that Lesnar won't leave WrestleMania with the Universal Championship. He will sell his soul and burn in hell. So why don't we get The Undertaker to come on out and give Rollins a nice little pep talk? Because nobody knows Brock Lesnar better than The Undertaker. And Undertaker has taken Brock Lesnar to hell. Rollins tells Heyman, I'm just saying that, but that was not said here. Rollins tells Heyman that's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. Rollins' music then hits, and he yells up at Heyman, who walks away, turning his back to Rollins. Out comes Dean Ambrose. During this entire thing, Ambrose enters the ring and they stare at each other. Rollins don't know what the fuck's going on. Ambrose motions for a microphone and Rollins hands him one. Ambrose only has one thing to say to Rollins, and all he says simply is, slay the beast. That was it. So I guess Dean Ambrose, heel turn, is now exiled on Monday Night Raw. We're supposed to forget that he came out looking like fucking Bane from The Dark Knight Rises, wearing the same color fucking jacket and the chain around his neck. He looked all fucking hood and gangster, right? Now we're supposed to forget. Now he's back to being silly Ambrose Asylum, Mitch the Talking Plant, Dean Ambrose. I don't know. Whatever. He's gone. He's going to AEW. Deal with it. So we get EC3 versus Dean Ambrose, the mime himself, EC3, who does nothing but fucking poses. Dead silence for EC3. This is what you get for not properly booking NXT talent on the main roster. Can I just make a nice little observation here, please? You know, EC3 had that nice cool entrance. He does this, he does this, he does this, right? And then the NXT camera crew, he turns his back, right? He looks at the camera and then you got that zoom in on his face. They didn't do that here. What was wrong with that? Was that an NXT thing? Was that not good enough for you? You know, we can't have EC3 doing that, looking to the camera, because it makes me, a little like wood. I feel like wood. Turns him on, you know? I don't know what the fuck's going on there, but a nice little observation. They didn't do that. That made his whole entrance right there. That nice little zoom in. They don't do that anymore. Anyway, Dean Ambrose wins here. EC3 already. Second week on Monday Night Raw, taking a loss. Trading wins back and forth. Wins and losses back and forth with a guy who's going to be working for Cody in about 3 months. Yeah, great job there, WWE. Great job at building talent on your brand. Losing to someone who's on his way out the door. Great job. Raw Tag Team titles here. Probably the best match of Monday Night Raw all year. The Revival versus Chad Gable and Bobby fucking Roode. We had new tag team champions crowned here. And the Revival finally won the tag team titles. This was actually very good. Crowd was fucking dead for it. They started to come alive for it towards the end, but for the majority of it, it was dead. If this was at Full Sail or at a takeover, this would have gotten a standing ovation. These guys did not get treated the way that they should have been treated. All I've heard for weeks is how great these house show matches have been with the Revival and Roode and Gable. Gable actually came out and said 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, give me an hour with the Revival. I love what I do. Everybody thinks Chad Gable is one of the best unsung guys on the Raw roster. One of the best wrestlers, pure wrestlers on the Monday Night Raw roster. People say that the Revival are the best tag team, not only in the WWE, but possibly the world. So WWE, I was hoping that they would give these guys a little bit more leeway and let them tell a fucking story out there on Monday Night Raw. I was worried that the Revival weren't going to get it done. That was not the case. The Revival end up winning here, and they win the tag team titles on Monday Night Raw. Finally, a lot of double teaming here with the Revival. Roode counters with a pin to Dash. Gable tags in for the double team, but Dash slides out of Roode. Roode hits a blockbuster while Gable turns it into a pin. There was a nice move where Bobby Roode and Chad Gable had this blockbuster German suplex-like double team move that looked beautiful. Roode gets sent to the floor after the breakup there. Gable rolls Dash into a pin with one leg. Dash and Gable tangle into the corner. The Revival hit a double team top rope bulldog on Gable, but Roode runs in and makes the save just in the nick of time. Back and forth towards the end of this thing. Roode saves Gable from another double team. The Revival run into each other. They come back out, but Gable gets a 2 count on Dawson from the top. Dash tags in while Roode is still down on the outside. I believe Gable had Dawson up in a suplex, and Dash tagged him in when he was in the suplex. This leads to the Revival catching Gable with a shatter machine, and they win the tag team championships. Was that so fucking hard? I don't understand it. Now, if we start getting matches like that every week, it's going to take a little while. If we start getting matches like that every week, you might bring some legitimacy back to the fucking tag team division. And I'm not talking about the fucking B team, okay? Was that difficult? Was that so difficult? This should have been their second or third reign as tag team champions. And why? Why did they win the tag team titles? If you don't think they won the tag team titles because they are interested in going to AEW, even though their contract is up next April, you are a fucking ignorant clown. They are the tag team champions because they simply asked for their release. They asked for the tag team division to be built around them. WWE is worried about keeping everybody happy, whether it's for a month, 6 months, a year. It doesn't matter. WWE has to, from this point forward, keep everyone happy. I don't give a fuck if their contracts are up in April 2020. They have to keep them happy. I would not be surprised if they hold the tag team titles for the rest of the year. So, the reason why the Revival won is because that AEW effect is like the fucking T-virus, like I always say. And this was a damn good match. Congratulations to the Revival. This was absolutely long overdue. They've paid their dues. And I don't want to hear anybody saying, well, they got no charisma. They're boring. Go fuck yourself, okay? Tag team wrestling is on the up and up. AEW is going to make tag team wrestling a priority. WWE, it would be in their best interests to follow suit. Revival are your new tag team champions. And then we got the end of the show. Charlotte Flair comes out. Becky Lynch suspended for 60 days, putting her back 5 days after WrestleMania. Vince says they need someone to replace her. They need someone who can take the Rousey that we see in the ring to her limit. We need Charlotte Flair. Vince brings out Flair as her music hits. Rousey and Becky look confused in the ring. Vince raises Flair's arm on stage and says she will be the new champion after defeating Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. Raw goes off the air with Vince endorsing Charlotte Flair. Now, I do believe Becky Lynch will crash Ric Flair's birthday bash in 2 weeks in Atlanta, Georgia on Monday Night Raw. That would be the perfect opportunity to do so. And like I mentioned in the beginning, this whole knee injury thing was more like an appetizer till we got to the main course. It didn't do, WWE didn't do Becky any favors with this fucking illogical garbage that we seen at the beginning of this show. But believe it or not, I'm giving WWE the benefit of the doubt. Becky needs to be in the main event. I do still believe she will be in the main event. We are now getting a triple threat match. It is confirmed. You know, there's no more going back and forth. Will they do it? Will they not do it? Will it be 2-on-2 or 1-on-1 rather? Or are they going to add a triple threat? That's not a secret anymore. We're getting a triple threat match. I don't mind that she's there. I don't think she's needed. I think Becky and Ronda can absolutely have a great match without Charlotte Flair. I gave you every reason in the book why Charlotte Flair should battle Asuka for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. There was ways to go about it. WWE went the most blunt way possible. We already think that Charlotte Flair is Miss Corporate fucking Miss Priss. So they're booking her and they're portraying her in the way that we all talk about. She's the female Roman Reigns. She is the golden child of WWE. And here you are, being endorsed by Vince McMahon. It's perfect. Now, they're going to make us sweat. Now, we're going to wonder when Becky's going to come, what she's going to do. She's really going to go off the deep end this time, how she's going to get into the main event. There's a lot of positive just thought to come out of that. How, what, when, why. WWE needs to give you a reason to watch this fucking garbage on a week-to-week basis. They just gave you a reason. It's one reason, but at least it's a reason. We'll see what they do with this. This is very interesting. And WWE, telling you right now, you hated Charlotte before? WWE, without any qualms, made Charlotte Flair the biggest heel in the WWE, and she didn't even say a fucking word. This is the role she needs to play. Enough of this babyface Charlotte, enough of this, you're my best friend, what are you doing, blah, 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 all this garbage that we seen with Becky Lynch back towards the end of 2018. This is the Charlotte we need to see. Bitch Charlotte. She gets what she gets because she is favored by the McMahons, especially Vince. I love it. I think it's going to be great. We'll see what happens. And like I said, they gave you a reason to watch, and that's all we need. We got one reason. Now, hopefully they start adding other reasons for us to watch this weekly television going into WrestleMania. I'm getting out of here, guys. This show was complete garbage. A fucking atrocity on mass levels. What else is new? It's WWE. But if you guys want to go get the new shirt, man, please do so. Off the script merchandise on bonfire.com. Go and get yours today. Link is down in the description below. Follow me on social media. At JD from NY206 on Twitter. On Instagram, the same deal. I've been on Instagram a lot more lately. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. If you guys want to support the podcast on Patreon, patreon.com/JD from NY206. And go and check out the Off the Script Extra today. Exclusive AEW news that you're not going to hear anywhere else. And some gaming content as well. Resident Evil 2, the William Birkin boss. Make sure you guys go and check that out if you're into that type of thing. And I'm getting the hell out of here. Thank you guys so very much for all your support. And I will see you right back here with an special Off the Script Extra tomorrow afternoon. And then SmackDown Live tomorrow night. Thank you guys so much. Thumbs up, motherfucker. One thumbs up equals one Guinness. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for SmackDown Live. Thank you so much, guys.